welcome to our third and final actual pre-entrant meeting. Today we're going to talk very much about health and well-being. But before I start, I'll mention that yesterday I had spoken a wee bit about the new Tesco embroidery service, the new uniforms. Like I say, you can order them online, they'll be available from the 6th of June. But if you do want the school to help you with this, if you're going to receive, if that's not going to suit you, there is an order form that you can use here as well. So I'll leave that out for you, you can use it or not. Okay? Right, I'm going to hand over to my colleagues, health and well-being. We're also, we've got somebody, Marie, Marie's here from St Joseph's Kitchen. Our school lunches are made up in St Joseph's, but you know, as you know, we're very close to St Joseph, and they come down. Marie's going to talk about school lunches in a wee bit as well. So I'll hand over to Mr James and Miss Scott to talk about health and well-being. We're going to talk through what your lunch is and hopefully have an interesting informative afternoon. Right, thank you.
I'm going to start off this afternoon talking a wee bit about emotional well-being in school before we go into the lunches and physical aspects of well-being with Miss Scott. If any of you have missed any of the afternoon sessions so far, we have put the videos on YouTube now, so you'll be able to access them if there's any information that you've missed. You can go into our YouTube channel and get them there. So, to start us off, we are a nurturing school. Miss Rice has said earlier in the week that we have a nurture resource within the school, but it's not just the nurture room that's a nurturing space. We're nurturing right across the school, and we embrace Glasgow's nurturing principles in all of our practice. We have buddies who are currently in primary 6 who are getting ready to support your children as they go into primary 1. Some of those children have been visiting our partner nurseries to make sure that they're a familiar face when the children come up. In previous years we've matched up our buddies with the primary 1s before they start. This year we're going to wait until August to do that because we're in a community where the population is quite transient. There's lots of people coming in and out all the time. We want to make sure that everybody has a buddy who's going to be here in August when we start back, and that that's a meaningful link that they're able to pick up right from the first week through the primary 1. In addition to the buddies, your child will get support for learning workers who work in their classes, but will also be in the playground, and that's a really, really useful link for children to make between the inside spaces and the outdoor spaces to get support with their social relationships as they move out to play. Sometimes that can be challenging. We've got a big space, we've got resources that need to be shared, we've got different textures to work with, and sometimes social relationships need a wee bit of support and scaffolding. If there's anything that you're worried about in the playgrounds, let us know. We can support children using the support for learning workers. We can keep a special eye on somebody if they're finding things just a wee bit tricky. As we're placing children into the 2 classes that will have primary 1s in them next year, we'll be liaising with our nursery partners to make sure that social relationships that already exist can be supported going forward as well. And there might be times where children are better to be placed in separate classes to get the most out of the learning, and sometimes when actually children are very supportive to one another and will work well together. So we'll be speaking to nursery partners about that as well. And in the afternoons when we come back, you will be invited to meet your primary 1 teacher and to have some one-on-one time with her to discuss any concerns, to find out anything you wanted to find out about, any information about homework, things like that, and to hear about how your child is settling, which is really at that point in the term going to be the most important thing to you. Have they settled down? Are they okay during the day? Are they making friends? To hear about those important things. A sense of belonging is really, really important in school. We want that for all of our children. We want them to be part of the life of the school, and that happens in lots and lots of different ways. There's lots of evidence to say that children won't be motivated to learn if they don't feel like they are part of the school community. So attendance and timekeeping is a big part of that. That's something that you can do, something that you can support your child with. They're not going to feel part of it if they're not here, or if they're only here some days a week. And it's really, really hard to feel part of what the class is doing if you're in 5-10 minutes late, half an hour late. That really throws you off for the day. I know myself, if I'm late for anything, my stress levels are up. It takes me a wee while to settle when I arrive. Children are very much the same. To feel part of that day, to feel part of their class, they need to be in here for 9 o'clock, being able to have a wee run about the playground if possible with their friends beforehand, burn off some energy, and then get right into that settling routine, that same routine every day that the children have with their soft start, getting their coats hung up, getting their shoes away, and being able to do that together really helps them with that sense of belonging and being ready to learn. In addition to that, we've talked about uniform a lot this week, but uniform is such a big part of feeling like you are part of the school community. We all look the same, we're all wearing the same things, nobody's feeling left out. That's a really, really important part. Book bags are available for sale as well. I don't know if we've really spoken about the logos for book bags yet.
Well, we've still got quite a large stock of book bags, so we've got plans to change book bags just now.
The children will have homework and books that they'll be carrying to and from school. We have flat book bags, which are a great way of doing that, and again, means that the children all have the same thing. It's easy to organise the class, they know where to put their things, they know where to find their homework on a daily basis.
And the lunch doesn't end up over because it's a separate bag, the water doesn't get spilt in that, it's just the books and they're quite handy to have lunch.
There's always a yogurt disaster every year with someone's homework. In school we have a house system. We have 4 houses in the school and they operate across primary 1 to 7. So that's another way that children can feel involved in the life of the school, because not only are they identifying with their class, they're identifying with the school, but they're also identifying with their house. And for things like sports day, they will compete as part of their house. So they might be in, our houses are Willow, Maple, Elder and Brown. Thank you very much. I knew I was going to miss one off. As soon as I started making that list, a new one was going to follow me. But that's another really, really nice way of being part of that. This year we've had a health and wellbeing incentive, which has been house-based, and that's been quite successful. The children have been competing by bringing a no added sugar snack in, and that's been counted in their class as part of their house group. Every month in school, you will be invited to come and join us to celebrate the achievements of the children. We call those achievement assemblies, and they have been very, very well attended. We've been quite limited in how we've been able to do them in the last term of the school, because of the building work that we've got going on. We're looking forward to having the full school building back next year and being able to launch into those achievement assemblies straight away. We normally write to parents to let you know that they're happening, they'll be in the newsletters. We'll also send you a text to let you know when an achievement assembly is on. Great opportunity to come in, find out what the different classes have been up to, and during those assemblies we also give out certificates that recognise the school values and children's success in demonstrating those values. So that's a great part. For you to feel like you're part of the school community as well, a great time to come in and find out what's going on and be part of it as well. And in addition to that we have a parent council. Our parent council meet on a regular basis, discuss issues that are relevant to the parent body, and any parent is welcome to be a member of the parent council and to be part of that, and I would encourage you to do that. It's a great way to make sure that your voice is heard, and to hear about ways that we can take the school forward. Traditionally, we've offered parents across the school opportunities to come in and see different elements of work through open afternoons as well, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Sometimes we have open afternoons that are in the playground, we've invited to come in and experience some of the play with your child and make use of the outdoor space, and other times we invite parents in to hear about specific pieces of work in specific classes or to visit classes around the school. We mentioned good routines before, just to flag it up again, it's so important for your child as they're settling into school. A healthy tuck is a great way to go. I'm sure it won't surprise you to hear that children who have lots of sugar at playtime find it difficult to learn after playtime. You'll have seen that in your children yourself. If they have something that's really, really sugary, their behaviour afterwards can be a bit high, a bit energetic. It's not a great place for them to be coming in, settling down to learn and focusing. So, something to think about when you're packing up the bag for the day. Have a think about the snacks that you're putting in. I mentioned earlier on we've had that incentive system for the houses this year with healthy snacks. We've been encouraging snacks that have no added sugar. And parents and children have responded really, really positively to that. This year we're going to be taking the winning house to Edinburgh Zoo to celebrate their no added sugar playtime. And we're looking to do that before the summer holidays. We've been calling it Points Make Pandas because we're going to get to go and see the pandas. And it's had quite a significant impact on the healthy snacks. It does help to make sure that children are really ready to learn when they come back in from cruising. Good routines for going to the toilet as well, making sure that your children are able to do that independently. Children will of course need to go to the toilet during class time, and that's fine. But they'll need to let an adult know that they're going, so that's going to be an important part of their toilet routine going forward. They'll need to let us know that they're leaving the classroom to go to the toilet. We'll be encouraging them not to do that lots and lots and lots. If they do need to go to the toilet during the day, that's fine. Just as long as they're able to do that independently. Bedtime is a very important part of this. Children who are tired are not ready to learn. And it's good to be in a routine for that, making sure that the kids know what their nighttime routine is, and making sure that they're getting enough sleep and that they're ready to learn. You can see the wee ones when they're coming in the morning who haven't had enough sleep. It absolutely screams out of them that they're tired. And they find that day really difficult, and it can be stressful because they're just not well rested. Here, now.
Turn over to the ladies.
I'll turn over to the ladies.
Okay, small children, the way they play together, the way they learn together, their heads come into close contact. Head lice is a regular occurrence in primary school. It is a regular occurrence in nurseries as well. Your children may have already had head lice in nursery, and you may be very well versed in regularly checking your child's head lice. Great. Please continue to do so, because infants typically, like I say, because the wee ones, their heads together a lot, it is very, very common. If you find that your child has head lice, please do not overreact. There is no stigma attached to this kind of thing. I have had head lice in the last year from my daughter. It happens. It is annoying, it is quite hard work, but it happens. I don't think I got head lice because I'm clean or dirty or anything like that. I got it because I've got a child with the same kind of head as me, and she gets in the middle of it. So it happens, but please, please, please could you let us know? Because if your child has head lice, the skeleton of lice, the chances are somebody in the class might have it too. So if you let us know, we can send out a text to other families, completely anonymous. We do not say such and such a child has head lice. We don't do anything like that. We are very sensitive, but we can send out blanket communications with the school to encourage other families to have a look. Because if you have a wee routine, say every Sunday night, you know, you still might get lice on the way. It is annoying. It is a lot of work if you've got long hair. Could I recommend that if you have a child with long hair, the best way, to try and avoid getting head lice is obviously to try and keep it out of the way, up or flatted or whatever. I do appreciate though that mornings can be busy and sometimes doing that can be a bit of extra work. But I'm just going to say it, please don't worry about it. It happens, but support keeping head lice under control by checking really regularly. And that's it.
And I'm sure now we're all feeling a wee bit itchy,
yes.
So we'll move on. Toothbrushing, we have toothbrushing provided in school after lunchtime. Mrs Wilson helps the children to brush their teeth after lunchtime. In order for your child to participate in that, you have to complete the form for toothbrushing, so just keep an eye out for that if you haven't completed it already as part of the enrolment. but a great routine for the children to be in independently, brushing their teeth in the morning and the evening, and they will also have that opportunity to brush their teeth at lunchtime. Our school nurse works closely with the school, so if there is a health issue that is affecting your child at school, we can liaise with the school nurse, and they're a really great resource working between families and the school. So worth keeping an eye out for her as well. And just to remind you about absences, if your child is really unwell and unable to be at school, please let us know, and the way to do that is by calling Glasgow's absence reporting line. Okay, it's a separate number from the school number. They log the absence centrally and we get it through electronically. Okay? If your child is absent in the register and we don't know why, you'll get a text message to let you know. Okay? I think at this point we'll hand over to Marie.
Hiya. I'm just here to provide information on what services we provide during the school day, food-wise. I've introduced these activities out if you wish to come and have a real look at them and see what actually goes on your kids' tray when they come for whether it be breakfast. We do a playtime snack service and also lunch, which is the main service we provide. If he's going to come and have a real look at it when she's finished today. I've also left out the fridge magnets. There's a wee leaflet attached to it full of information that you would want to know about the service that's provided. There is also information if any of your children require a special dietary meals. There is a process you have to follow to get that set up, and there's no problem if we go down the right lines and follow the technical that there's one required, there's no problem at all in that being set up. The breakfast service we provide starts at 7:45 and it starts at 8 o'clock, sorry, until 9:45. It's a set breakfast where we get cereal, there's fruit juice, and we also get toasted spreads. At a cost of £2 for breakfast services. It's a very big service, and the kids actually get to draw pictures and do some colouring and stuff until they're allowed to go into the playground till lunchtime. We also do a play snacks service, which is just at playtime in the morning, and everything we sell in it is nutritionally based, so we don't sell sweets, we don't sell full breakfasts, everything that's sold is following the nutritional act, so it will be a healthy snack so they won't be high in sugar coming back into playtime if they get it all the ice. And then we've got the lunchtime service. That's set up by a choice of a main meal, a snack meal, and we also do deli options. The main meal we provide a halal choice in every option we've got as well. So that's a service we provide. And when your kids come to start lunchtime, they will be provided with a menu, a 3-week menu cycle, so that if the kid is quite a fussy eater, you know there is something on that day on the menu that the child is going to want to eat, so that otherwise if there's a lot of decide to provide something for yourself, and that would be no problem. So the main meal is and the deli option is either can be made up of sandwiches or baked potatoes or wraps, so there is quite a few options in that, so we're actually seeing you can get that. On the information leaflet, it gives you all these services, it gives you anything you can do if you want to set up the diet. If there is any time you want to speak to me before your child starts, there's also my name and the phone number of services you can phone up and speak directly to myself if there's something that you're not sure about. If you've got any questions or you want to come up and have a look at the news, feel free, I'll be here for the remainder of the time to answer any questions you might have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so now to talk through PE and connectivity at the school. That plays a big part of my role in Oakgrove. I do other things, but it seems to be ending up talking to parents now. As I said the other day, Scottish Government requires us to provide children 2 hours of PE, and we need that in Oakgrove. Every child gets 2 hours. Some of those activities might be inside, some of those activities might be outside. So, sharing books, give you a regular form of communication between you and the class teacher. They'll tell you what day their PE days are. They'll tell you if it's an indoor sport that they're doing or if it's an outdoor sport. So keep a wee eye on that. In Oakgrove, 99% of us last year attended an after school or lunchtime club. We get money through Active Kids. You get £3 per child to put on activity clubs to get our children moving, to get them active. We also apply for funding to supplement that, because £3 per child doesn't really go too far. And it's so important that our children are moving. If they are moving, they're getting to express themselves, build their confidence, and they're more ready to learn when they go back into class. We will look next term to continue providing that service, provide lunch clubs, provide after school clubs. You will get letters home either right at the start of a term, or sometimes if I'm really on the wall, it might be just before, at the end of a term, before the term that's coming up. Please look at those. Please fill them back. I'd love to see your kids at the clubs. If you fill out a form, make sure you take it very seriously, and I'll look at what kids have been at clubs, and I try my hardest to make sure every single child gets an opportunity to go to a club. So if they maybe miss out on one term, they'll be top of the list for next term, because I know how much it means to you as families and how much it means to them. We're actually doing pretty well here in our stats in comparison to the rest of the city. In Glasgow, the average number of children attending school is 35%. That's absolutely fantastic, actually. And that's because we take it so seriously. We look for funding, we make sure all children are included. On that note, I would ask, if your child's coming along to a club, they might love it, and hopefully they will, and they really want to go to it. Have a discussion with them about it before you return the form, because we want children there who want to be part of it, we want them to attend for the full block. There's nothing worse than you see a club set up and then 3 parents phone and say, oh actually they don't want to come, and you think, that's 3 children that have now missed out and getting a space in that club. So please think about that when you're applying for clubs. We are gaining quite a reputation for sport in the city. We were sport in 2014, and this year we're going for the Sport Scotland Award. We're aiming for gold, but at the very least get silver, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. On that note, we're looking to launch a PE kit. We haven't traditionally had a PE kit in Oakgrove, but we've already heard that the uniform can be a sense of belonging. PE kit is part of the uniform. We have the uniform in school, and you're also seeing PE checking out with the most the latest fashions, and actually we can minimise that in in the interest of keeping it cheap and cheerful for families, we're going for a plain white t-shirt with a black version of bottoms, so shorts, joggers or leggings. I know quite a few of the girls have, and that's quite easy. Please invite your child to a water bottle, as well as using drinking water to stay hydrated during sport. We would welcome them to have that in class. If they're thirsty, take a drink. They'll be supported in filling that up and making sure they've got access to fresh drinking water throughout the day. We've already spoken about indoor shoes. We'd recommend the lovely black ones without the laces. Yeah, it's just a lot easier. The children get a lot more time being active. We are a rights respecting school. We recognise that every child has rights, and our children have a pupil voice group to ensure that that's communicated to families and children across the school. Within that, one of the rights that we've looked really quite seriously at is the right to play. When we surveyed our families, we found that over 90% of families lived in flats and felt a bit worried about bringing children out to play. There maybe wasn't a green space that they felt was safe. So we see our playground as that green space. This is the park. Children are in the playground for 5 hours every week. That's a long time. And we have worked really hard actually to improve our grounds so that those 5 hours are 5 hours of quality learning, although they might not feel like it. We have day building going on from summer through to winter. We have big sticks, which I know at first might look a bit daunting, but actually the children are great. The children are great. They're taught how to carry a stick. You hold one end and the other end trails on the ground, so you're not swinging it round the end is head. This here is Castle Scotland. That was designed by our playground group a few years ago. We worked with project designers from Edinburgh University, and they consulted with pupils on what we wanted in the playground. We talked about swings, and the swing would be lovely, but only one person can play on a swing. So one child designed Castle Scotland, and it was then created. So it might not look like anything, but my goodness, that's a castle, that's a ship, you name it, it can transform into anything. We have ties and ropes and tires to it, and the children crawl about and climb and get muddy and have fun. Actually, it's a really lovely playground to be in. Quite often if I was a day in the office and I'm like, oh, I need a break, stand in the playground for 5 minutes because they're just 200 happy wee faces running about. It's really a delight. Quite often we string up some musical instruments because if you've been inside doing some quiet work, then it's really good fun to go outside and just make a really loud noise for a very, very long time, and nobody will tell you to stop when the other sound is there going on the playground. We have a sand pit. As part of the playground design, we decided that sand was something we wanted in the school. So we had 2 giant holes dug, one in the shape of a long jump actually, so we can use that for sport. We had a community action day, which I know some families here came along to, and we shoveled, I think, was it 6 ton of sand? And was it 9 sand a ton? So there was a lot of hard work going on in getting sand into the sand pit. The children just absolutely loved that. They're probably going to put some sand on them at some point. Actually, you find the wee ones quite like to steal a wee handful and put it in their pockets.
I guarantee you will be coming home with sand, right? I guarantee. I know from bitter experience the sand that goes in the bath at the end of the night. But,
so if you think about all we've been saying about uniforms and how like a pair of curling shoes and wellies are just easy to do that with the sand that's coming. Yeah, it's because we really know they're going to be out and about having lots of fun. So please take that into consideration when you're buying uniforms going forward. And on that note, the outdoor PE kit, which really is their outdoor clothes, they will be outside unless it's dangerous. They will be outside, rain, hail or shine. So they're going to need some wellies, they're going to need some gloves, they're going to need a scarf and a waterproof jacket. If you can provide them with that, make sure that they're ready. They're going to be happy. They won't be standing outside chittering in the cold because they'll be rugged up, ready to go. And as I say, we do have the swap shop, I know, in a container somewhere, and about 40 pairs of wellies. So if you're struggling to get wellies, come and speak to us because they're there. And something happens to a pair of shoes, you might find they get a pair of wellies and they end up home with somebody else's shoes that day. But take them, have them, because these things are expensive, especially if you have to keep replacing them.
some of our parents in the past have expressed concern about going out in wet and maybe weather that's a bit cold. All I can say to you is that children do not feel the cold the way that adults feel the cold. The minute kids go outside, they start charging around and climbing and doing all the things that kids do. We might worry and we might want to wrap them up and keep them indoors, but actually we're not doing them any favours. If they get fresh air, they get activity, they get that social space to play in, then it's really, really good. So we promise we will not send them out if there's a hurricane, if the rain is so bad that you can't see in front of your face. We do hold back, but most of the time we go out. And we have a lot. I think one of the reasons why we have so many well-behaved, cooperative children is because they get this chance to run about, they get a lot of space, they have happy social time. And happy social time means happy learning time. And it's a really big positive in Oakgrove, and it's something that I've always been very, very proud of. It really is a nice, calm atmosphere changes time. Now there's always the odd thing, because kids are kids. And occasionally there's a fallout, and occasionally kids get a little bit, indignant. Usually it's around the football. Usually people can be really competitive. But by and large, there's nothing much to worry about in our playtimes. Certainly I don't. I look forward to our playtimes. Like I said, it's so nice to go out there sometimes to just see all these wee people having the time of their lives.